Hello, Red Wave. Welcome to Late Night Beware of Bulldogs podcast. We are your hosts, Caleb Nail, and the blood brother, Cole Nail. How are you, Cole?
What's going on, man? Finally getting this pod in, man.
Yeah, we're recapping Fresno State basketball versus UC Santa Barbara. We got to throw in some other news that happened yesterday and today. We're going to throw it in. We have to. I know Cole hasn't been around all football season, but Pletz and I will talk about that news coming up soon. But this is the first one since the news been out. So Cole and I will talk about it after the basketball talk. So stick around for that if you are a football fan and not necessarily a basketball fan. But maybe we could turn you into a basketball fan. Maybe. I'm not saying we will, but maybe. Fresno State played Santa Barbara on Monday. And so, yeah, we are pretty late getting to this. Cole and I have been working late on the past couple days. So it's good, though. I'm excited to talk basketball with you, Cole. But real quick, what have you been up to recently, man? Tell us.
Work. Yeah, we've been working late. Unless you really want to know about that or my personal hobbies, then mainly just work.
All right. Well, perfect. Well,
which I make wine, so that's fun.
All right. Well, thank you, Cole. I've been up to some things. Family's been having fun, and basketball's starting, yes. And we took the little guy to his first basketball game, and Cole, you were there. The guy loved it, or the baby loved it. He was dancing, watching it. He had a great time.
He was clapping for UCSB.
He was clapping whenever he heard clapping, and there was a lot of clapping.
Sides.
yeah, he was clapping for both sides. Other than that, though, it's been a lot of fun. Football season's coming to an end. One more game left. I think we're gonna do something fun for the bowl game, Cole. I'm excited about the bowl game. So we're gonna get the Red Wave, back into it during the bowl game. So stick around. There's some news coming for the bowl game. It's gonna be some fun. But Cole,
let's play some basketball.
Well, let's talk some basketball. All right. So final score. UCSB 69, Fresno State 65. That drops Fresno State to 3-3 overall, and Santa Barbara improves to 3-2. I think the big story coming into this game was Cole Anderson's coming back to town, first time since he has left and went to UCSB. I can't fault him. We didn't offer him, so
So sad. We should have. He's a knockdown shooter.
Yeah,
we had some guys. We did do our job, which we'll get to. The guys sitting right behind us, though, showed up to the game just to watch Cole Anderson.
Well, that was going to be what I was going to bring up was there was reported 2,900 people, almost 3,000 people. I don't know if there were that many people there, but most of the people there were there cheering on Cole Anderson, and it's which is good. I'm happy they're doing that. I am always happy to see someone from the Valley go somewhere and have success. Very happy for that person. And Cole, and he's having great success. And but what it disappoints me always is, we can't fill the Save Mart Center for any other reason other than if someone's coming back. We don't go to support our own team, the guys that are here, but we'll go to support someone that's coming back. Right, that doesn't play for us, so that's always sad. I get it.
Maybe it just tells you that the team's not in the staff or basketball is not involved in the community. Nobody's showing up to see him.
Well, yeah, and Beware Bulldogs is. Well, I'll just say this: Beware Bulldogs is here to kind of bridge that gap for players and fans to get to know these players, but we've struggled getting people on, players, people at the school. So, it's hard
this year.
Yeah. We've struggled getting people on, and so people feel a disconnect. They don't feel connected to anyone on the team. So there's that aspect of it as well. But we're going to get to our experience at the Save Mart Center because, guys, my goodness, did we have an experience at the Save Mart Center? It was.
I had to go back and rewatch the game because there was just too much going on at the stadium.
I got to watch, honestly, about 5 minutes of the game. That is an honest estimate of how much time I spent watching the game. Because one, I had the little guy there, and I was holding him most of the time, and we're bouncing around doing stuff, and I was running back and forth, getting food and keeping him happy, and making sure the wife had enough to drink and eat and things like that. So Cole was with me doing that, and then this event happened, and it's unbelievable. Actually, I can't believe that it was happening to us.
All right, we'll get to that later, though.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's hop into the game.
Oh my gosh, you guys gotta wait. You guys gotta stick around for this story. This is great. Okay. All right. So first off, let's talk Fresno State. Like I said, Dogs lose 69-65. Nice. UCSB 69 points. 65 points for Fresno State. Isaiah Hill led the team in scoring with 19. Donovan Yap had 13. Leo had 11. Andre had 8. And then off the bench, Isaiah Pope had 7 and Enoch had 7. That's it. We had 14 bench points. The name you didn't hear, Xavier Ducell, did nothing. Jack Diddley squat. He went 0 for 7 from the floor, 0 for 6 from the 3-point line. Well, I should say Jack Diddley squat. He got a rebound. He had a turnover and he had a foul. Finished with 0 points. Not good. Jalen Weaver played 10 minutes. That's a player that should not be playing 10 minutes. He had 1 shot, went 0 for 1, had a rebound, a foul, an assist, a turnover, and a steal. That's what he logged in his 10 minutes. Tavares didn't play. Yeah, Tavares didn't play, which I think Tavares honestly has become a fan favorite of the Red Wave. The people I deal with in the X world, the former Twitter, we all love Tavares over on there. People like his energy, and for him to not get any minutes is wild.
Especially when Ducell's having the night he's having.
Yes. And so here, as a team, we go 7 for 31 from the 3-point line. Yes, I'm not making that up. 7 for 31. We shot 31 shots. We went 3 for 13 in the first half, 4 for 18 in the second half. So if you're a math guy, that's 22.5% from the 3-point line. It's unacceptable if you're going to live and die by the 3.
Yeah, because Caleb, what did USCB shoot? UCSB. Holy man.
Getting late. UCSB shot 1 for 5 from the 3-point line.
Yeah, they were 20%.
Yeah, 20%. Their 3-point shooter, Cole Anderson, didn't attempt a single 3-pointer. So
props to our defense.
Yeah, there you go. Props to our defense. Good positive. Cole Anderson, by the way, finished with 9 points, 3 rebounds, an assist, and he had 4 turnovers. So I don't think Cole had the best game. I'm sure he wishes he had a better game. But at the same time, watching the game, it wasn't like Cole was bad. But they have 2 players on that team, Cole, that are legit. AJ Mitchell and Johan Traore. Oh my gosh, those guys are very good.
Yeah. Mitchell's tough, physical player, and he got into. There was a possession. He got into Yap's head because he's botting Yap up, and then Yap. It's like, oh, I'm going to be physical too, and then like put his shoulder down, got an offensive. It's like,
right,
dude, he's getting in your head. At that moment, that was still a close game. I was thinking, oh, we're going to lose this game because they're mentally just killing us. But yeah, loved watching Mitchell. Loved watching Mitchell.
Go ahead.
yes, he did. He was great at driving and finishing at the rim too, and he attacked the rim hard. Traore though, yeah, he was great big man because he had a beautiful jump shot, and he was open at the elbow around the free throw line, and he was knocked down, so he was really fun to watch.
Out of our 65 points, 36 of our points came from inside the paint, which I think is good when you have big players like Eduardo, Andre, and Enoch. Enoch only had 7, and
Well,
Eduardo had
Enoch has
8.
16 rebounds.
Yeah, exactly. Uh, we rebound the heck out of the ball, by the way. We had 14 offensive rebounds, 14, but that only led to 9 points. That's not good. They had 5 offensive rebounds that led to 5 points.
See,
So they're getting, they got a
it's
point
funny.
per offensive rebound. We didn't even get that.
Yeah, it's funny reading out those statistics. We beat them in almost every single statistic other than free throws. And if you just look at percentages and whatnot, we dominated the game other than free throws, and we lost.
Well, and even watching the game, I felt like we were in control of that game most of the game until all of a sudden it's close to the end of the game. We're down by 13. Wait a second, what's going on here?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, no,
I
I
mean, it
thought
was,
we played a decent game. I thought we played really good defense, especially in the first half. I think there was a 4-minute span at the end of the first half and beginning of the second half where they didn't score a point.
yeah. I mean, we started the game off great. We went straight to Andre, dominate down low, get the ball to him, and the problem is that people figure out Andre real quick. Force him to score with his right hand. This
Yeah,
the guys behind us were saying it. I heard him say it. I'll make him go right. I mean,
I
everybody
went
in the gym knows.
I went back through, Caleb, and watched the game. Other than the last 5 minutes of the game, I didn't get through the last 5. But I counted, if Andre had a right hand, he would have had 3 more layups. Easy peasy. But since he doesn't, he went up with tough left-handed layup that was on the side that was covered and missed it. And I mean, if he makes those, we win the game. Can't blame it on him. Obviously, Ducell, you said last podcast, Ducell's got to hit 3 threes a game for us to have a chance at winning. And if he hits those, we would have won. So there's so
There you
many
go.
different. I mean, obviously it's a team effort, but some
Right.
guys got to step up and score. So
Right. And there's a couple other times. I think it was Pope driving to the rim and he just got swatted because he went up with his right instead of his left. Was it Pope? I don't remember.
I don't remember,
I
Caleb. I do remember a specific play from Pope. It was a fast break, and he just had some wimpy, uncoordinated underhand layup shot that wasn't even close. It was like, what are we doing? He went 3 for 14. Yeah, that was awful. He hurt us too. I can't believe Tavares and Weaver weren't in the game more.
yeah.
Now I understand Weaver. He got his butt chewed out when he got in the game, and then immediately chucked it away because we were on a fast break and everybody's running the floor, and then Hill holds back. He starts slowing down instead of cutting to the rim, and Weaver chucks it to him and chucks it way ahead because he was slow. He slowed down. And it
Hmm.
wasn't even. I didn't even think that was Weaver's fault.
I agree.
And again,
But
you've said it for the last year and a half of Hill. He slows down the offense, and right there, he should have been cutting to the basket. If that was Tavares, I mean, I don't want to make an assumption, but he plays really fast and attacks the rim, man. We got to have a guy cutting to the rim so Weaver can hit him, and then next thing you know, Weaver's the next great thing that happened to State. Instead, he's getting chewed out by Hutt, getting his butt on the bench, and he only played 10 minutes.
right. Yeah, and he helps us defensively against those big guards because it's just the honest truth here. Isaiah Hill and Donovan Yap are not going to be able to guard the big, strong guards like the Mitchells of the world. You're just not.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen it. 3 big guards against FPU, big guards against UC Santa Barbara, JMU. We just can't hang because it's just the reality. We're small at that guard, at the
Yap and
point
Hill are
guard.
small. Yeah.
Yeah. And so we got to have guys like Weaver in the game that can bang with those guys. And Pope's got to do the same thing because he's big and he can do that. But Pope really hurts us defensively. I mean, he had, offensively, he helped last game, but this game, no. And, he did have 3 steals, but we need a lot more from him on defense. Just help side, getting there, we're losing our man. And then I think the guy that's really going to make, like, we could talk about Xavier Ducell, being the the key guy that we really need to step up each and every week. Like, he has to score at least 10 points a game for us to win. That's
Mhm.
a given. But the guy that I want to see take the next step and really be the leader on this team, and he should be scoring 15 a night, is Leo Calmario.
Yeah.
Leo, I have seen him take a huge leap forward this year, because when he's open, he shoots the ball. He shot the ball 3 times against 3-pointers against UC Santa Barbara. There's multiple times this year where he took that shot. Last year, he would have never even thought about it. Now he's shooting it. He went 1 for 3. And that's what I want. You're open, please shoot the ball, be a threat. Now Leo has become that threat. Now he just needs to get to a point where he can handle the ball and get to the rim and attack, because if he's going full speed to the rim, no one can stop him. No one's going to outjump him. We need to see a lot from Leo. He needs to be the vocal leader on this team. Get these guys going. If everyone plays like Leo Calamario, fast, in your face on defense, tough, go get a rebound. This team, it's a completely different team, and I think it's a good team. But Leo's going to have to take the guys under his wing and fly them to the promised land.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't. I don't know, man. We were saying the same thing about him last year, and he didn't step up. But one guy who
I mean,
has stepped up offensively this year is Yap. I
yeah.
love the way that guy has been attacking the rim in the last couple games. And
Oh,
yesterday he
I
was
agree.
finishing more too.
Oh, I think Yap has taken it on himself, and I saw him posting before the season started, like, "Hey, this is going to be different this year," and it has been. I really like what I've seen from Yap.
Yeah,
There's
that's the
been
problem. Just for Yap.
there's been a mentality switch for Yap, and he's going through people's chins sometimes when he shouldn't, or trying to go through 3 guys, but it's still a mentality thing that this team needs. And so I like to see that from Yap. I'm really happy he's doing that. He's been a big positive this year. And all
Yeah,
the past
even when
18.
even when Yap goes and chucks up some crap shot and or tries to go through a guy that's 7 feet tall and he gets swatted or doesn't get a foul, then whines. At least he's engaged, right? At least he's putting in an effort and going by and attacking hard.
Right, right. Now, the only thing I'd like to see. So I talked about Leo, and then right after that, 1B after that is our bigs have to get a move, have to get a weak hand.
Said that
Their
every
weak
game.
hand. Yeah, I will say it every episode until it happens. Andre has to get a right hand. Enoch and Andre both need to get post moves. And I mean, like, I will take just a strong drop step. These guys are huge. They crab dribble and freaking slam it down their throat. Please. So that's all I want to see. And I think if those 2 things, 1A, Leo Calmario steps up, be the leader, got to score 15 points a game, and then make sure Ducell knows, hey, we need 10 from you every night. You be ready.
Yeah.
Don't shoot us out of the game, please, though, because that did happen this last game.
Well, the coach has
Uh,
got to realize too. There's only so much the players can do as well, right? If they're not on the floor, you can't help the team. I mean, and when your best shooter is having an off night, you can't be afraid to pull the trigger and sit him down.
right.
I mean, when stocks go up, you can't be afraid to sell,
Right.
or
Yeah.
vice versa. When they plummet, just hold on tight, baby.
Buy more. No, don't listen to us.
No, yes, buy more, buy more.
If you have money to buy, which call Cole, not don't call me. Um,
Okay.
yeah, so all in all, this game was, I think, okay. Well, let me ask you this, Cole. Do you think we got better after this game?
Yeah, no, I loved what we saw for the most part, for the most of the game defensively. I mean, they had a knockdown shooter in Cole Anderson. We shut him down. We did. We shut him down. and
Mhm.
I thought we did a good job clogging the paint for the most part, at least in the first half, or at least part of the first half. So, but then I just thought our coach didn't have a defensive team in. I mean, Pope got way too much playing time, and we haven't seen anything good from him defensively. But the score, we do have potential defensively, so I'm happy about that. Just to
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah, I thought too. I thought we got better defensively this game, and that's probably about it. Sorry about my dog barking. Of course, waits until late at night right next to my window to start barking. I should mention that 8 players played for UCSB, and 6 out of the 8 players are all returning. Fontanet was a
Which
freshman.
is a
Sorry, go
big
ahead.
deal because they made the
Yeah,
tournament last year.
yeah, that's huge. And then the other 2 players that weren't returning, Fontanet is a freshman, and then Traore was a transfer from Auburn. So he's got a lot of talent and a lot of experience there at a high. He has experience at a high level. So
Right.
this is a good UCSB team, and I think I made a comment in the last basketball recap after JMU, like, oh, luckily it gets easier. That was a complete and utter lie. I'm sorry. Because next game is against BYU, and that's not any easier.
Oh no, JMU is pretty good, man. It might be a tad easier than that, but yeah, not necessarily easier. Not a great
Yeah.
word to describe that.
All right. So, Cole, let's talk about, is there anything else about this game that, I mean, I will say one more thing about this game is that we were down by 13 points with like 50 seconds left. And we went on a huge run and brought it back within
Yeah.
the 50 seconds.
Hill hit a
That was
clutch
huge.
three, yeah.
Yeah, that was really big and good to see from our team. They were forced to actually push the ball and get shots up quick. And now, surprising, we go on a run there and we look good. And
We've only been talking about it for 2 years now.
yeah. So that I liked, and I thought people should know that. Well, anything else from this game, Cole, that you saw that you would like to talk about?
No, just the argument that happened in front of us was an
All right,
absolute riot.
let's talk about it. So, like I mentioned, I had to go back and rewatch the game because I legitimately only got to watch about 5 minutes of this game in the Save Mart Center. We had pretty good seats. Quick shout out to Bowman and Associates. They
Not a sponsor.
hashtag ad, not a sponsor. But they hooked us up with some seats, and there was an area for us to set our stuff down.
Yeah, so we were in the third row. We're in the third row, and the third row, there's a wall there. It's a slim wall, and it's pretty sturdy. No one's in front of us, so it's not like it's rocking or anything. Yeah, sorry.
And we're right behind UCSB bench. We're right behind the opposing team bench. So that's why my son ended up clapping most of the time for UCSB, because everybody's clapping right there. So Cole and I get up, we're running around, we grab drinks and pizza, and my wife sets her purse there, and she caught a t-shirt, so she put her t-shirt there. And she goes to change baby's diaper. Cole and I are sitting there, and a Save Mart. What's that?
We're sitting there chowing.
Yeah, chowing down. A Save Mart, I don't know, what do you call them? Attendant? Someone that works for the Save Mart Center, not for the school, for the Save Mart Center, approaches Cole and I 2 rows in front of us and says, "You can't have this here. You can't." Yeah. And I should say, Cole and I have been sitting in these seats. This is the second year Cole and I have been sitting in these seats. And we went to almost every home game last year. Not a single word was said. And we did this all last year. And we did this the past couple home games. And by the way, we turn and look down.
Later, yeah. Well,
so
this is what happens when your brother's telling a story.
Yeah. So then Cole says to the guy,
"Well, I take it off.
Where am I supposed to put this stuff? Where am I going to put it? Because in the row we have, there's no cup holders, nothing. There's nowhere to put our stuff." And
Right,
we have
and we had
food.
food and drinks for Jasmine as well, your wife.
Yeah, my wife and kid. And
Yeah.
so we have food for 4 people. I can't hold on to that, and there's no cup holders, nothing. So Cole says, "Where am I gonna put that? Where am I gonna put it?" And so we left it
I
up.
didn't say it meanly though. I said it more sarcastically.
Yeah.
Just to
We le Yeah, we left it up there for the most part. And the
well, no,
UCSB fans
We took it down.
and the
We took the stuff
UCSB
down.
fans behind us were very kind and like, "You put that stuff back up there, that's fine." And then out of from the clouds, like an angel, this older gentleman, gray hair, glasses, wearing Fresno State stuff, comes down and says, "You boys, put your stuff back up there. You
Yeah, we
you
paid
could
extra
do
for
that."
these seats. Put your stuff back up there. I've been coming here. I've had season tickets for how long? And yada, yada. I always put my stuff there. We've had no issues whatsoever. You should put your stuff back up there. This is crazy. And then an attendant walked by and he turns and is like, "Hey, they were told to put their stuff down. It's okay to have their stuff up there. You need to tell them that's okay." And I was like, dude, this guy's going crazy. He's passionate about this. And
So
luckily
so
he
he told
was, because the guy came over and told us, he's like, "Yeah, it's okay. Like it's just try not to spill."
and by the way, there's no one in front of us, and everyone in this section, in this row, everyone had stuff up, of course, but they choose Cole and I. Wrong guy to do this to, man. I don't know. He didn't know. Maybe he wanted to. Maybe he thought we had a lot of listeners and thought he'd become popular. I don't know, but not the case. So the attendant at the time, though, when the old man told an attendant, a different attendant, and so it wasn't the same attendant that told us to put our stuff down. So this other attendant comes back and tells us again. And I just pointed at all the other food that was on this shelf.
Yeah.
And he said, "I don't care. This is my section. I don't enforce that section." And I said, "You take that food down over there. I'll take my food down." And out of the clouds, like an angel, that same old gentleman with gray hair and all of a sudden appears in front of this guy and rips him. "I'm BDF. You guys, I pay for these seats. You're going to let them." Oh, rips him. And the guy sat in his seat the rest of the game and looked like he was crying the rest of the game.
Oh,
It was
poor guy.
great. It was great. But it ruined our night because yes, that story took a while.
Oh, it
But
didn't ruin the night, but it actually was hilarious. I was having a riot just watching this thing play out. I loved it.
well, it ruined my night because I missed so much of the game because I tell the story a lot quicker than it actually happened. Like all of this stuff is going down, and I got my kid and my wife and food and cups, and I'm going everywhere. I got a report on the game. I have no idea what's going on. Like, okay, it's a close game. Oh, okay, hopefully we're doing all right. And then I watched the game later and I realized, oh man, Ducell didn't hit a single shot, and we brought it within 2. We looked good there, and all these different things. So that is, and you hear all these terrible things about the Save Mart Center. This is my main point. You hear all these terrible things about the Save Mart Center, and I gave them the benefit of the doubt. Like, hey, there's, the seats are cushioned at least. If a lot of people show up, it does kind of look full. Yeah, you are far away from the court, but I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. No more. You hire these weirdo people, and I'm sorry if dude that did that to us, you listen to us, but you can't be doing that. Like, you've ruined my entire experience, and I'm going to tell people now, the Save Mart Center is not family friendly. You are not fan friendly. You're not fan friendly. Why would I want to go back there and deal with that headache all over again? It's not fun for me. What's fun for me? Having my family and my brother over to my house and I can put my food wherever I want to, and I can watch it on TV. That's what's fun. That's what's actually fun for me. I would love to go to the game and support the team and have a good time. But if I show up and I'm told that I can't do these certain things that everyone else is doing, and you're going to nag me about it, that's not fun. I'm sorry. And so, Save Mart Center, this is on you. You got to fix that.
Yeah. And on top of that, the Santa Barbara coach is this tiny little white
Oh,
guy. And that dude,
tiny.
he was, I mean, maybe outside of the gym, he's a cool guy, but on the floor, he was awful. And he was dropping F bombs left and right. And we got True Dog, my little nephew's sitting playing with True Dog, and this dude's dropping F bombs, and the whole arena can hear it. And yeah, it was that was interesting. But next time that does happen, Caleb, my line is, well, show me the policy,
Yeah.
and I'm not going to do anything until you show me the policy. If they show me the policy and I don't like it, I'm just going to tell them change the policy and hand it back. But at least I gave them a chance, right?
Well, if they show me the policy and they are right in following that policy, if that's the correct rule, then I'm going to tell them to enforce the policy in every section, and
Exactly. Yeah.
I better go see you do that. And if that doesn't happen, then it's not happening in this one section. And by the way, we weren't the only people in this row, so
Yeah. I thought it was hilarious. I was crying laughing, but yeah, it
oh,
was inconsistencies from the Save Mart Center. Yeah.
yeah, it is funny. It's funny to an extent, but I don't want to deal with that every home game. If I'm going to go sit in those seats, I expect to at least be, treated like a human being. Actually have a conversation with me rather than just like yelling orders at me. Let's actually talk about it. Okay.
Right.
It, I, and now I'm going to go back to the Save Mart Center every game.
That's all you got to
And
think about. Yeah.
yeah, that's all I'm going to think about. Okay. Who's my attendant this tonight? Oh, I got this attendant that, is next time, I think what we'll do, Cole, is, what I should say? This is extreme and I'm exaggerating. Go get security and escort me out then, because I'm not moving my food.
No,
And
that's
then,
after they show you the policy.
yeah, all right, yeah, and then we'll videotape it and we'll post it.
Oh gosh. This is
No, I mean, I'm not going to do that. That's an exaggeration. But there needs to be changes, and those changes need to either be, well, here's what your change needs to be: either enforce policy, or if no one's going to enforce policy, then take it out of your policy.
right.
Like,
Well, it's one thing too. I understand eating at a basketball game. Maybe that's criticized because you need to be standing up and hooting and hollering. If you've been to the Save Mart Center, it's completely empty. You're there relaxing, watching a basketball game. That's just how it is. That's how Fresno State basketball is. And if you want to change it, get a club together, get people out there and start hooting and hollering at the game. But that's not how it is right now. So we're going to enjoy ourselves with our family and eat some food and watch the game.
right,
But so let it be so.
right, and $10 new $10 beers.
No, it's like 13 beers. Come on, Caleb.
Sorry. But anyways, I mean, like, I had a good time with Cole and my son and my wife. We did have a good time, but I'm not looking forward to the next time I sit in that section and that attendant walks up to me. I'm not, and that is what it hurts me, because I want so bad
You know
to
what, Caleb?
support what's that?
If you've gotten this far in the podcast, what I would love for you to do is, Caleb, you need to post your Venmo. Please send Caleb your money on Venmo, and we're gonna buy food. Maybe we'll eat it, maybe we won't, but we're just gonna layer that whole row with food.
No, you know what's even better? Why don't we buy that attendant food, Cole? Let's just buy him a bunch of food and just lay it all up. But here, we got so much food for you, dude. Here you go. Have
He'll
fun.
just throw it away. He'll just throw it away. No, it's our food, and we want to set it on this little resting spot. And if you
Or the
send
same
us
Mark
money,
Center.
that's what we'll do.
I'm I'm not going to post that. Don't worry, guys. But they could at least put cup holders in.
Yeah, they didn't have cup holders. I didn't even realize that. I guess they
No,
didn't.
I'd set it in my crotch area.
Yeah, and it's winter time, man. I don't want it there.
So, anyways, so that was the story that happened at the Save Mart Center with the nails, and gosh, it was. We had a good time, but that put a damper on things, to say the least. So,
Oh, hey, let it be known. I had a great time. I thought it was hilarious. If that guy didn't come and save us now, I would have been a little
yes,
but just
big shout out.
watching the passion from that man on
Yeah,
wanting to have our food up on that row was just unbelievable, and I was eating it up.
but by the way, that guardian angel sat 3 rows behind us, and he marched down the stairs.
Dude, I love it.
It was great. It was great.
It
All
was
right,
so
let's talk about some other news. So we have the volleyball team playing Stanford on Friday. Stanford's the number 2 team in the nation. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a tough game, but I'm really happy the ladies are there, and it's a great opportunity for them. The other thing, Cole, that has happened, and I'm curious to get your input on this, and I'm going to get Plutz's input on this, and we're going to have a whole thing on it, whole episode on it in the future. But Logan Fife entered the transfer portal yesterday, and I don't think it was a surprise that a quarterback entered the transfer portal. I do, however, think it was a surprise that Fife entered the transfer portal. And that may not make sense to some of you, but if you've been involved in the program, or I don't even say involved, if you've listened to what goes on in the program, things like that, a lot of people say, no, Fife is a Valley guy through and through. He's not going anywhere. Fife's here. It's fine. His dream was to play Fresno State quarterback, things like that. So I think that's why it's a little surprising that Fife is the guy. Not surprising that that a quarterback entered, but a little surprising that Fife was the guy. Any thoughts that you have, Cole, about Fife entering the transfer portal? It was official about 3 p.m. on Tuesday.
yeah, I would have probably done the same thing if I was him.
Yeah, I know.
You
I
have
don't
the
blame him
option.
at all.
You're not gonna start. Maybe he knows he's in contact with some other coaches. I mean, I definitely wouldn't enter unless I was already conversing with some other
Well, that's illegal.
college coaches.
That's illegal.
It's illegal if you say something.
Yeah, it's illegal if you get caught.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah, I mean, there's been
Sorry to disappoint you.
no, it's not surprising at all that I should say this. As a football player, it doesn't surprise me at all that these guys transfer and the same class as Mikey Keene, but it's surprising from what I've been told about Logan Fife. That is surprising that he entered the transfer portal, because I've been told that he's not going anywhere. This is the Valley guy right here. So, anyways, that's why it surprised me. But you talk about transfer portal and talking to people. Max Johnson, the quarterback out of Texas A&M, entered the transfer portal. Doesn't open until December 4th, everyone. But he already entered the transfer portal and is already crystal balled and everything to North Carolina. Says he's already committed to North Carolina. You can't, if that's not tampering, I don't know what is.
NCAA is so broken. Let's just
the NCAA is terrible. Get that. I've been saying it. Michigan and JMU should have teamed up this year and got out of there, start their own thing, pull some people with them, and start their own deal. Because we know they hate Harbaugh. They don't like JMU for some reason, and everyone else that they've hurt, which is everyone, leave. Go start your own thing, and I'm happy to help. So that's and I don't think, by the way, there's going to be more transfers from Fresno State football. There's people are going to leave. What I am looking for, though, the most is offensive linemen. I don't care about any other position, and it's not sexy, and so it's not going to, make headlines. But we need to sign the biggest and baddest offensive lineman in the transfer portal this year. The style that Tedford wants to play, he's going to have to recruit great pass blocking offensive linemen, because apparently the play style of Jalen Henderson and Logan Fife is not what he wants.
I mean, it would be nice to have a QB that could actually throw it 40 yards.
We have them. Don't worry. We have them. I think Mandel is getting the second string. He's number 2 on the 2 deep. He's getting the second string gig for the bowl game, and he's a freshman. The dude has a cannon. It's Joshua Wood. I'm actually curious to see what Joshua Wood does, because we've heard great things about Joshua Wood, and he was injured, but does he stick around? Who knows? There's a lot of question marks at the quarterback position. I think the fans have a lot of questions about Mikey Keene. So what happens? It's going to be an entertaining watch. I don't want to say fun, but it'll be an entertaining watch the rest of this off season. It's not even off season yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude, we got a bowl game to play, man. Guys are already
I know.
declaring it's bogus.
No, I know. Well, coaches leaving, players declaring for the transfer portal. They're turning in their 2 weeks. So, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, the other thing that I wanted to bring up was Mountain West selections. So the all Mountain West teams. This was the first time since our 1-11 season that we did not have a player on the first team all Mountain West. First time since 1-11 with DeRuyter.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think wow is an appropriate reaction, because we did go 8-4. Like, on paper, good season. I'm sure San Diego State and Hawaii would love to be 8-4 right now. But
Caleb, can I ask you a question?
yeah,
Do they take statistics or the performance based off of just conference play?
I don't. I don't know. I don't know. And that's what I was getting to, is that there is no one other than Malik Sherrod who performed at a really high level and put up big numbers in conference play. And
Right.
the problem with Malik Sherrod doing that is that you have about 50 other running backs in Mountain West that are good. I mean, it's an exaggeration, but you get my point. There's very good running backs. So, it's sad. I think there's some players that are very deserving. I think Lavelle Bailey is definitely deserving of first team Mountain West selection, in my opinion. I think Maurice Norris is definitely a player that should be considered for first team. And, honestly, offense is hard. I'm not surprised no one from offense made it, because we struggled. But, Lavelle and Mo would be my 2 picks for first team. So we did have players make other teams, but no first team, and the first time since our 1-11. So hopefully they prove everybody wrong bowl game. And stay tuned for that, because we are going to be given our bowl game, or invited, and then we'll accept that invite to a bowl game soon. After Mountain West Conference Championship is settled, all the championships are settled. So it's going to be fun. You got any thoughts on all that, Cole?
Not really. I'm kind of excited for football season to be over.
Really? Okay. I think there's a lot of fans out there that are ready for the next step.
Honestly, I'm not even really thinking Fresno State in general. Yeah, we ended on a terrible losing streak, But next year is a 12-team playoff, baby. So
That's true. That's true. We there's an opportunity for us to get in. We do play Michigan and UCLA, who are going to be good teams. So, but that is a conversation for another day, and we're going to save that till next year. One game at a time, as Tedford says, 1-0. And I would really love to go 1-0 this next game. I would really like to go 1-0. Oh man, I've gotten a lot of comments saying, "Caleb, it must be really hard the past 3 weeks. Aren't you sick of these sad Sundays?" Yes, yes, I would really like a happy dancing Sunday.
yeah, your
So,
fantasy team sucks too. So you have nothing to look forward to. What a depressing life.
thanks, Cole. Thanks, appreciate it.
Name it
You
from
know,
Alabama.
all right. Well, Cole won't get invited back to the basketball game. All right. Everyone, thank you so much for listening. We really appreciate it. We'll be talking with Caleb Plett soon about all the transfer portal, the Mountain West selections, and more, as always. We do want to thank our sponsors for this episode. Givoli Winery out in Biola, beautiful town of Biola. They are located on Biola Avenue, just north of Shaw. So need to head out there and check it out. They have wine tastings. They have a wood fire, brick oven pizza. Saturdays and Sundays, noon to 5. Saturdays, Sundays, noon to 5 on Biola, just north of Shaw. And then December 10th, the link is on December 10th. I should tell you what it is at Givoli Winery, bucket golf. We are having a bucket golf tournament December 10th, starting at 10 a.m. Is going to be your check-in, and 10:30 we'll be teeing off. We play with wiffle balls, and we hit them into 5-gallon buckets or at 5-gallon buckets. You just got to hit it. If you make it in, stroke off. It's nice. Stroke off your.
Doesn't happen.
Yeah, it doesn't really happen.
You're not a golfer. It'll never happen.
But you can bring a golfer. It levels the playing field. It's great. So December 10th, sign up is at bewareofbulldogs.com. It's in the shop, and you'll see tickets are $10. Easy, $10. Bring the family because there's going to be a Christmas market going on at Givoli Winery at the same time. Tons of vendors. You can do shopping there. You can get fun stuff. And then, the winery is going to be open. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And I think there's going to be a prize for the winner as well. I mean, I can't say what it's going to be or if there is going to be one, but wink, wink, there might be a prize for the winner of the bucket golf tournament. So it's going to be a good time. Bewareofbulldogs.com. It's in the shop. They're $10. And bring a team of 4. Would love to see teams out there. And Caleb Plett is very good at golfing. Someone has to beat Caleb Plett. Also, check out Givoli Winery. The other sponsors I need to mention, Manage X. Manage X, full service property management company. They service single family, small multifamily, office, and industrial properties. And they've been in business in Fresno since 1978 and are huge supporters of Fresno State and Beware of Bulldogs podcast. If you need any property management services, check out their website, managex.net. That's manage, the letter X.net. And last but not least, I got to tell you about The Vine. The Vine is a church in Fresno. They're located on Shaw, just west of Grantland. And The Vine meets on Sundays at 10 a.m. The people there are kind, welcoming. The pastor speaks biblical truth. My wife and I attend there. We were looking for a church in our community. We drove past The Vine on Shaw there, and we tried it out. It was great. We love it. We still go there. The pastor and his wife invited us over and drank wine with us. And, that's big. In my world, when a pastor drinks wine with you, that's big time. So I always enjoy pastors that drink wine with us. There's multiple that I know. But the Vine Church in Fresno, if you're looking to strengthen your community, you want to find a support group, you need prayer, and you just want to talk to somebody, let me know. I go there. I can get you plugged in. They meet Sundays at 10. That's on Shaw, just west of Grantland. If you have any questions about this Jesus guy walking around, would love to get you plugged in and, might be able to answer some of those for you. So anything else, Cole, that you have for us?
Beat the Mormons.
Oh, yes. Next game. Next game against BYU. Got it. Actually, their starting quarterback for BYU is a Jew. First Jew to ever start at BYU.
That's racist.
I wonder how mad are the Mormons mad about that? Are they mad? We need to
I
talk to.
know.
We need to ask
How much
them
money have they given to that program just to bring in a Jew?
that. You have Notre Dame for the Catholics. You have BYU for the Mormons. What school is for the Jews?
I'm surprised they haven't started one because I mean schools are like the biggest scam in the history of the world.
So you know what? He's got to find a place to do it. And guess what? You got to look at it this way, Cole. The Mormons are giving him a shot. They're all inclusive.
I guess so, man. I can't argue with that.
They're meeting their DEI criteria.
Okay, I'm sorry, Caleb. Beat the Mormons and the Jews. Go Fresno State.
Oh man. Well, it's all love here. We like to have a good time. And by the way, Mormons, best water polo players I've seen. I hated playing against Mormons in water polo. They're terrifying. I didn't play against a Jew though. Well, not that I knew of. So, all right. Well, stay safe, everybody. Stay healthy. God bless you guys. And as always, go Dogs.
Go Dogs. God bless.